All right, ready? One time for the little tykes.
All right. Mindset. I'm Julia. Feels weird to say that because I feel like we know who I am, but I'm Julia over here, and we're going to talk about mindset.
I like it. I think it's a good topic to touch on, especially on some of the stuff that we spoke on recently, like family. Cheer up was the first touch on the mindset, but that was the dry run. That's where we started. I think we should touch a little bit more on it. It's about that karma too, because that's an important part of the mindset. You gotta have your mind in the right place, focused on the right things. And I think time management's probably the most important part because time is really the only true value that we have. I know we're distracted every day. Um, we're hit and touched by a million different advertising outlets every day. Shout out to the World Wide Web, the internet, all social media and push notifications. But yeah, we're touched a million different ways, and it's all in essence trying to get our time, right? So, like in essence, if we really all had an hourglass and we looked at it like every grain of sand that's fallen, how much of those distractions would you let affect you? And I think that's where the strength and mindsets come from. Not just saying social media, because it'd be attack on social media, but it's, I mean, it's your favorite TV show. It's whether you like getting in the car and taking long rides. I mean, if it's not toward your goal and what you're trying to accomplish, it takes a lot longer if you don't have the right mindset because everything's set at entertainment, which is to distract you and take your time, to keep you right where you're at. Believe it or not, I mean, that's how I see it. That's my mindset. So that's why I want to touch on it today. And everybody has a different type of mindset and how they go about the grind. Sometimes we get stuck, I think, in our own mindsets that are negative too and toxic too, and we do it to ourselves. And there's also a lot of things that contribute to it in our surroundings. Like she said, you're touched constantly all day, every day, and it affects your mindset. So
There's so many material things. So many material things that we think we want and will fulfill us, but none of it's fulfilling. It's like you just said, going for a drive, enjoying outside, just taking a minute to breathe. It's someone telling you, hey, you're doing a great job. You did a good job today. Those things really fill you up. Those fulfill your mindset in every way. It helps. But then you got things you're scrolling your social media. You're driving down the road. You see, oh, that's a nice car. I really want that car, but I don't have it. So
where's that desire come from, though, to want that next thing? Where's that come from? What sparked that? Why do all of us feel like we have to have something that everybody else or the most can't or don't have? Why? Where'd that come from?
I feel like some of that's just nature. If you get down to like the nitty gritty,
So like the mating part, like the peacock with the best tail or the lion
biggest
with the best
tail,
name.
yeah, the best genetics. So you got the best car now. You got the best phone. You got the best house.
So basically, like through evolutions, I guess we're never gonna stop mating, but it's just one of those things that are an instinctual habit or creatures habits or whatever it is that we have instinctually, right?
You get
think
the
it all
best
comes back to
partner.
mating,
You're
though,
gonna
you
get the
think?
best babies. Like and you think that's gonna make everything great. You're gonna have a great mindset, but you don't. People are so miserable. Got the most. They're so miserable.
Because maybe it's not all about that.
No, it's enjoying the little things.
Maybe at one time that was most important thing, and that's why it's so deeply ingrained in us. But what about right now? Maybe it's not the most important. Maybe everything is at abundance. Maybe we just got to slow down and maybe curb that just a little. Why do we want to be better than everyone else?
Just a little.
Just a little.
I mean that also goes back to your spirit, I mean, we know I'm not a very super spiritual person. I know there are spiritual things, and I have some spiritual things. I do think that some spiritual people aren't wrong in thinking, you have too much stuff, you don't have enough on the inside, Like,
and I get it too. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm competitive. I want to win. I'm just like what I'm saying. So don't take it like I'm slandering, like being a winner or being aggressive towards wanting something or wanting to have it. What I mean is, why does it have to be individually? Why is our mindset just individually? Can't win a championship by yourself. Like you just said, you could have it all and stand out and watch everybody reject you because you're too flamboyant.
that's weird too. Like, are we as humans very individual, or are we packs?
I mean, we individuals right now. I mean, because our whole lives we were told, be an individual, be different. But
Yeah.
I come from sport oriented, and in my neighborhood, we really did have a community. Don't get me wrong. We had fights amongst each other. We had coils in our own groups, but for the most part, we stuck together. And we all played sports together. And I think that sport mentality, that team mentality helped us get there. But mindset is very important, especially depending on where you're going. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a very strong mindset, right? You're very fitness oriented. You do a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah, that as well. Yeah.
That's a serious mindset. That's dedication. That's taking the time out all the time to put it towards what you want to do. I mean, I think that's a great mindset.
That's in my support system too. My support system supports my mindset and my mentality and my drives. That I cannot have the successful mindset that I have without my support system.
So going back to like those touches, so you have a whole bunch of positive touches that touch you towards where you're going, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I mean, that's what a team would do. Hey, we're trying to get down here and make this basket. You're gonna be the shooter. And everybody just helps you down the way. I mean, I might dribble it for a little bit and pass it to somebody else, and they pass it to somebody else, and then somebody draws your defender away, and boom, they hit it to you, and you make the shot. I mean, that's a good way of looking at it. I just like the team aspect because together everyone achieves more. I just believe it. I think we just had to. Everybody has to believe that, not be so so pushed away by everybody wants to win. That's why I want to touch on that too, because I think that's where it comes from. I think people's lack of trust and being able to come together and have a common goal and a common mindset is because everybody thinks the next person wants to steal the shine. Like if we got to the top of the ladder, he's gonna grab my leg and pull me down right before we get there and hold the flag up. I mean, that's poison, right? Where'd we get that from? Was it Tom and Jerry? Maybe it was the road runner. I don't know. I'm just talking about my time frame. I mean, I don't know where we got that concept from or how it got drilled into our heads, but it definitely set up our mindsets for failures for the one guy who wants to be at the top and pull the other person down by the leg and hold the flag up. And that's just sad that that would be the outcome because together everyone achieves more and it's so much more of a better feeling and environment. That's all I'm saying. And it's definitely more helpful for your mindset to get to where you're going because if you don't have a support team, like she said, it's a lot harder. Like she said, she didn't think she'd get there most of the times on her own if she wasn't touched in those positive ways. So that's another way to look at it. Like, so you got to build that team, you got to build that family over time, but mindset is everything. And people helping you keep that mindset that's on the same team with you with the same common goal is how we achieve things together. Sticking together. Not everybody on the team is the scorer. You don't have to pull their leg when they get to the top of the ladder to hold the flag either. What's wrong with holding each other while somebody's holding the flag? We got the flag. We, not me. Flip that M into a W and get that W. We. That's how you win.
Yeah. It's like a pinball table, you know? You got family on one flipper, you got friends on the other flipper, and you are the pinball. You can't do it without them.
For sure.
Flipping you up, and then you got other shit. Okay.
What? Hey, we don't cuss on here. We're positive, but don't cuss. That's like bad parenting, right?
You got other things, I don't know, walls and other things to knock you around as kinetic energy. You got everyone flipping you up. You can't not go up without them.
So you kind of got to roll with the punches.
That too, yeah.
Right? So rolling with the punches is an important part of the mindset, though, and I think that it kind of goes back to it because in life, they're always going to try to chip you. You got to roll with those punches. Don't absorb the blow by standing there and being stubborn like, I could take it, I'll just walk through them. Roll with that thing. Let it barely hit you, barely graze you. Keep your mindset, keep going. If you fall, get right back up. The whole thing is, I think a lot of people put a pressure on ourselves. And I mean, it leads to depressions because of doubts. Doubts creep into everyone's mind. And you know what? I mean, doubt is a good thing. When I was young, I used to be really scared of a lot of stuff and I'd run and my heart was racing and I had all this energy flowing through me and it would make me shake and I didn't understand it. And one day I figured it out. It was adrenaline. It was the stuff that was going to make me be able to lift the car off the ground if I had to. I was scared of it though. So, I mean, doubt is a good thing. If you doubt yourself at anything you want to do and you set that mindset up, perfect. That's the first goal, right? You doubt yourself, let's see what you got. The next thing you should do when you fall down is analyze what happened. Where did you fall short? What would it take? What skill would you have to develop to get to where you want to be? Right? I think that's what it is. I think that's what we have to do, and we have to have that mindset. And it only helps when the person that sees you fall doesn't laugh at you. Because the same things that make you laugh will make you cry. Right?
Mhm.
Right? The gestures, the two phases. So
Yes.
and that goes back to the positive touch points. Like, let's promote each other. Let's help each other. I mean, we chasing around people that they tell us are the stars to follow them. Follow these people. They're special. They're the stars. Based off who? The people who are making all the money and billions of dollars by distracting us from being the teams, from
Mhm.
being the stars. You know what I mean? There's plenty of people out there that would be stars that they just needed positive touch points. They just needed a team, a good supporting cast. I mean, and it happens every day. And if you think about it, it only benefits everyone because together everyone achieves more. And like I said before, there's always going to be good and bad. There's going to be people that change, and the bad ones will always weed themselves out. You should never punish everybody for somebody's actions, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that one time, that one action, that one person to ruin it all for everyone.
Yeah, so I mean, rolling with the punches, a part of it, and that doubt. I mean, I think a lot of depression comes from stuff too, because again, what they show us and what they tell us. So now people doubt themselves based off what they've seen others do. And the thing about it is, just because you can't do that one thing, or you're not as strong as that in that one section as everybody else, doesn't mean you can't achieve. Doesn't mean you don't have a place on the team. We need everybody. It's about everybody. Every person involved is a part of the result. And teaming up is a beautiful thing. I got people to do stuff that I'd never be able to do. And I'm pretty good at a bunch of stuff that I do. At least I feel that way. Again, that's my mindset. I'll always be a winner because I don't tell myself that I'm not. And if I ever doubt myself, I tried. I'm scared of heights. I jumped out of a plane
Damn.
because I felt like I had to. Because the first time I thought about it, it gave me chills. And I was like, whoa, I couldn't imagine it. And next thing I know, I felt those same chills when they opened the door on that plane and they were like, we're getting ready to jump. That wind was cold. I leaned my head back and jumped out. Like, I had to know. Can I do it? I did it. And I do that with everything in life because I feel like if there's something I'm going to doubt myself, doubt is step one. Doubt is the goal that I'm going to set. Doubt is, what can I do?
But how do we get that doubt out of people with those crappy mindsets? We know, we see that potential in them, that you can do good, you can be good, we can be what you need for you, you know? But they still got that mindset. Like, no, you can't. I can't do it.
Well, it's that first step. I mean, the doubt is from fear of what we did to each other through society. Like I said, when I fall, if you all laugh at me, now I'm not only scared of the doubt, I'm also scared of embarrassment. I'm scared of rejection. I'm scared of not fitting in. All these things are going to be things that are going to try to stop me. But you know what? At the end of the day, let them laugh. The people that don't want to be on your team and don't want to support you, you don't need them. So what are you worried about fitting in with them? Fit in with the people that believe in you, that want you to achieve, that want to give their input, that want to help you out, that want to lend the hand. That's who you need to surround yourself with. I mean, and those other people that laugh at you, you'll be surprised. Keep doing what you're doing. When your craft starts working and they're impressed by it, they'll come right back around. They'll have an apology for you. It's automatic. It comes with it. It's just one of those things you have to be with the mindset that you could do it. That no matter what, each time that you fail, the only thing that you did was learn the lesson. And how you adapt from that lesson or the information you take from that lesson determines how long it takes you to get to where you're actually going. But there's no reason you can't get there. And anytime someone says no, no means I don't know. Please explain. It doesn't mean NO. No is not an option. Can't never did nothing. And where there's a will, there's a way. All you have to do is do it. Just do it. I'm not supporting or any brands or anything like that. It just was an amazing slogan because it's true. You have to do it. You have to see where you're at. You have to evaluate yourself and see what it would take to get to where you're going. If not, you've never really set a goal. You said something that sounded cool.
Damn. That's a good one. That was a good one.
And listen, in my upbringing where I was at, I had everything against me. And I don't mean it in a bad way. It was a mentality I had to adapt. No matter what the mirror told me, no matter what my ears heard, I had to be the biggest cat. If not, I wasn't going to survive. So my mind told me, don't worry about the reflection. Don't worry about what they're saying. Where are you at right now? What's it going to take? How you going to get there? And that's what drove me forever. I mean, I love sports. I still love sports. Sports was my savior. I played them my whole life, and all I wanted to do was be the best every single time. And I analyzed it every single day. And I went after it every single day. And I just took that mentality. Like I called it basketball. I applied basketball to everything I started doing in life because that mentality is what made me get to the next level. And I believe in the system. I know that if I keep working at it, keep finding out where I fall short, and keep applying my next piece, I'll get there. I've seen it. I've had the results.
That's crazy. I kind of came from like the opposite side of the spectrum. Like I didn't have everything against me. I had a lot of stuff going for me, a lot of stuff going for me. But then all of a sudden it was just like, we're going to switch that up, change of plans here. Like at 17, find out I'm pregnant. Hadn't finished school yet, but I did. I had a softball team to carry. I was the only catcher. They're dependent on me. All kinds of stuff, I had college planned out, and that didn't work out with a whole baby,
For sure.
Like, it was I had a good upbringing, Nothing bad, but then all of a sudden it was just like all these things are going to happen at once. And I could have, had the worst mindset, but I didn't. It's like I had good family, good support.
I battled through depression a lot
Yeah.
of times, a whole lot of times. So I can tell you that I never gave up. I could just tell you the mindset that I had. There was a whole bunch of times I hit brick walls. There was a whole bunch of times I was like, I give up. I can't do another push-up. Not really saying a push-up, but just towards the
I can't get out of
next
bed
step.
today. No.
Yeah. I mean, there was plenty of times that happened, and it's so hard to come out of that. But all you got to do is tell yourself the whole time that it's happening that no pain, no gain. It's going to hurt a little bit. Life is tough. Just got to work through it. You got to look for the silver lining, even if it's a lightning strike in the storm.
It's one thing to be functionally depressed too because you have a good mindset.
Oh, of course. There's people who could put it. I mean, I used to be able to put it up too. I wouldn't let nobody know. It's not like I was out there screaming for help. I was just mentally beat up when nobody was looking. I was like, oh, God, I can't do it. But in front of everybody else, I was like chin high. Hey,
Down
I'm here.
in the dumps, but you get up, you go to work, you socialize, everything looks great. It's a trip to be functionally depressed.
Oh, man, slumps are horrible when you go into them. I mean, it's mindset is a key thing. Can't be all work. I mean, you just got just try to take your time and know the time is very valuable. I mean, you could buy all kind of things and you can stack them up and you can have them all around you and all the values and talk about the money, but the time, we can all agree you can never get it back. And what you apply it to, I mean, it could be priceless in a sense, but the mindset is everything. Take a second, breathe. Like they say, smell the roses. You're going too fast. That's basically what they're telling you. Pump your brakes. Enjoy it a little bit. Soak it in. Make sure your mindset's correct and go after it. That's why they say look in the mirror in the morning too, right? Like get your mind ready, get your mindset ready, because every day's a new one. Every day is set, hype. It's the new play. Start over, reset. Yesterday wasn't great. Go at it again, right? Where'd you fall short? Let's reapply it.
It's reps. Reps on reps on reps. Every day's a rep. Every minute's a rep.
You see the results and you believe in the process, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Because of reps.
But you had to take that first step. See, now it's because of reps. But in the very beginning, it was like, ow, this hurts. Do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
Right?
It's just like you're running your first mile and you're like, quarter way done. Man, that cramp.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to keep going. You got to put your hands up over your head, breathe, keep going.
And in no ways was I saying not to be competitive. And on the same team, it's good to be competitive too. So don't ever take that wrong. Competitiveness is good, but good sportsmanship is just as important.
Mm.
So that's why I touch on the fact of treating how you want to be treated and try to treat everybody like family and just be a team and team up. But mindsets is really important. So I mean, if you know somebody that you love and their mindset's not right, talk to them. I mean, why not? That's what we need. Like she said, she needed her positive touch points just to get the results that she's got. Try to do that for everybody. Be on the team, team up. And that's another good point. If you can touch social media all that time, the people that reach out and give her positive touch points, that's key people. So try to be key people for the people that you love. Treat how you want to be treated. People on your team, team up, achieve things. We can all achieve them, and it's all achievable. All it takes is time and effort. We all got time. It's just how much effort can we put in. It's really what it comes down to.
Mm.
The time is yours. If you want to give it up for money, you want to exchange it for money, go ahead. I understand. If you want to exchange it just to take the car ride, like we said earlier, I understand. Time is the only true value, though. Put some effort into it with the time, you'll be able to achieve things that you initially probably didn't think could ever happen. Probably wouldn't even take half the time that you thought it would either. You just have to sacrifice that time just like you do every day. You put a value on it. So if you ask yourself what your dream's value is, you work for a value right now. If your dream's value is 100 times higher than what your work's value is right now, you need to ask yourself the question. If I'm giving up this time for that money, how much time am I going to give up for what I really want, which is my dream? Start making that sacrifice and put in that effort. If you could do it with a support system around you, I promise you could see results. That's the importance of teaming up. Take the individuality and let's just slowly evolve it. I mean, we got to be individuals, but we just tuned up a little too high. Like we were saying a minute ago, is it still really the mating reason why we got to have everything the best of the best? I got 10 billion. I mean, if I had 10 billion right now, I don't know what I'd do with it, to be honest with you. Anybody who says they would, I don't know what it would be like to have 10 billion, but I hope I would be decent. I hope I would help a lot of people, especially people in need, because people in need are real. Mental illnesses are real too, so in no way think that I'm talking lightly on anybody's mental conditions. I'm just trying to give an enlightenment on like how we can get our mental conditions in the right direction. I know a lot of people that are there already. They're right there. We just need somebody to tell us, like she said, the touch points, just so they could get there. That's all this is for. Touching on it, trying to be a positive touch point. Team up. You always gonna hear me say it. Together, everyone achieves more.
It's hard to be the person that believes you can do good if I give you a good space to do it. But it's worth it. It pays off.
Well, it's the reps, like you said, right? I think the hardest part is to just do it. I think people are really scared of failure. I think people are really scared of not being accepted. There's social anxieties on top of anxieties on top of a whole bunch of other things going on right now. And I think everybody should just do it. I mean, if you think that you're going to be the best the first time that you do it, you probably wouldn't like to do it anymore after you do it the first time, because it usually doesn't work like that. You're usually not going to be the best. And if you set yourself up for failure, I mean, it's probably not going to feel really good. You just go into it and say, what can I do? Where am I at? That's an evaluation, right? You go to professionals for an evaluation. I mean, you go to the dentist for an evaluation. You go to the doctor for an evaluation. So if there's something you want to do, the first thing you need to do is have an evaluation. You see where you're at. Then find out what you have to do. And your first evaluation, you might knock it out of the park. That's the funny part. You don't even know. You're not even trying it because you're worried about all these other things that don't even matter. If they laugh at you, you don't need them. I mean, I might laugh at people I love too. I mean, sometimes it's hard. It's hard because we was trained that way. But I mean, when I say it, I mean out of malice. Like if I make fun of you and reject you because of that, that's out of malice. Like if I laugh because I can't help because, I mean, they gave me the Roadrunner and the Coyote. You know what I mean? Elmer Fudd was chasing Bud's money. I mean, that's what I was told to laugh at. I'm sorry. I love you. It's not intentional. It's not malice. But that right there is a sick way that they got in our heads, though, for sure. Pick a side. All right, now shoot them up. Bang, bang. But make sure you pick a side first. You with the Bloods or the Crips? And no disrespect to any Blood or Crip. I apologize. Just using that as an example, metaphorically speaking.
I'm just gonna. Oh.
Give them cap guns.
I gotta cut to his side for that.
Don't make me throw up no symbols.
Nope.
I be throwing up that we. W-E.